Let's give Mayor Huck Lewis a warm welcome, please.
It's great to be here today, and I appreciate all of you being here today. You know, I've been mayor for about 5 years now, and I'm telling you, it has been a journey. During my term as mayor, I came in with a vision to improve the city's finances, to attract business growth, and to help make Lebanon a great place to live. I feel like we've taken positive steps in all three areas, but the mission continues. I look forward to working with all of you to help continue to move Lebanon forward in the days, months, and years ahead. It certainly takes more than one person to oversee the operations of a city. It takes a team. And I'm happy to have several of my teammates here today. So when I call your name, would you stand up? There's one team member that's here today that's been with me for, I'm going to do it, for 35 years, my wife, Peggy. I do that every time I announce her. I don't know why, but I guess I love you. Debbie Schubert, Executive Assistant. Would you stand up? Tanya Thayer, Clerk Treasurer. Sam Myers, Police Chief. He couldn't be here. His father is a little ill, and he's in Florida taking care of that, so keep them in your prayers. Dave Scott, Deputy Police Chief. Chuck Batts, Fire Chief. Mike Baird, Deputy Fire Chief. Robert Wiry, Deputy Fire Chief. He could not be here today. He's in class, from what I understand. John Messenger, Parks Department. The other thing I want to say is John and his family are going through a little rough time now with Abby in the hospital. And so if you would keep her in your prayers for a fast recovery, I would appreciate that. Larry Lee, Street Department. Charlie Campbell, Planning Department. Tom Coons, Project and Grant Administrator. New addition to the city, Joe LePage, Communication and Community Development Director. Jay McCoskey, General Manager of Lebanon Utilities. City Council members, would you stand up? We've got Jeremy Lamar, Mike Kincaid, and Preston Myers. There's one guy that, I say this every year, and it's the truth. He's the guy that keeps all of us out of trouble. Bob Clutter, our city attorney. I'd like now to take a journey back to 2009 when I became mayor. I'm proud of all the accomplishments my team and I have accomplished, and I would like to highlight a few of these right now. We constructed a beautiful war memorial in Memorial Park. We saved $80,000 per year in our health insurance costs for our employees. We saved $1,000 a year switching to a new mail service. We built a new public safety building. We reduced electric rates for residents in our most recent annexed area. We gave $500,000 to the school corporation to build this lovely facility, and how great is this? We bought the old Quality Inn and had it tore down to get rid of an eyesore. We redid the 39 bridge at I-65. We built a new seashore water park. We're working now to save the hot pond. We've installed new welcome signs to Lebanon. We've added 3 additional police officers and 3 additional firemen. We purchased a new fire truck, which will be here in April. We're building a new firing range for our police officers. I also negotiated with the Office of Community and Rural Affairs to get the City of Lebanon off a blacklist that could have cost us $35,000 to take care of, but we were able to negotiate and didn't have to spend a dime. So you can understand why I'm very proud of what we've done, and it truly takes a team to accomplish this. 2014 has been a busy year, filled with more than a dozen wins for Lebanon. We opened a brand new state-of-the-art pool. The city broke ground on the Gene Haas Training Center. The city's partnership with Vincennes University and Haas will truly be a game changer, not only for Lebanon, but for central Indiana. A cutting-edge skill set will be taught at the facility, one that will lead to better jobs, higher wages, and an increased quality of life for the people who call Lebanon home. Speaking of increased quality of life, 3 different initiatives are moving forward that I feel will have a positive impact for Lebanon residents. This year, members of our city are teaming with representatives from the Office of Community and Rural Affairs, Ball State University, and Purdue University to look at ways we can improve life in Lebanon. It's all about the Hometown Collaboration Initiative. After submitting a proposal and completing a formal presentation to the members of the HCI committee, Lebanon was selected as one of the grant winners. I am confident this process will continue to do great things for us in the future and have a great impact for many years to come. I also feel that addressing sidewalks, safe routes to schools, and promoting healthy living are important issues in our community. I'm happy to tell you that we are finalizing the Bicycle and Pedestrian Master Plan that will address these issues while connecting neighborhoods to attractions within our fine city. Finally, I feel that we should focus on breathing renewed life into downtown. So the city is revamping its approach and taking part in the state's Main Street program. We want to foster local business and generate and enhance downtown events to increase the quality of life in Lebanon. This project is continuing to take shape, so be sure and look for updates throughout 2015. When we look at the financial future of Lebanon, it continues to be bright. We have a balanced budget, and we are now operating at about a 20% fund balance. My goal is to continue to build assets while limiting liabilities. Because of our growth in assessed valuation, and forecasts are that this will continue for years to come, we have been able to increase our budgets in our parks, public safety, and give an increase to our much-deserved city employees. For the future of Lebanon, we must continue to grow our assessed valuation through economic development. We are at the end of our 5-year financial plan. I've talked about that before. We just completed a new 3-year financial plan. It will give us a direction for the future. It has proved to be very accurate, and we are following the plan very closely. We must be wise in how we spend taxpayer money and supply the services to our residents in the most efficient manner. With the number of projects we currently are working on, I feel it is important to have a roadmap for the future. Tax caps, though, continue to be an obstacle. We lose revenue if we don't increase our assessed valuation and bring new opportunities for job creation through economic development. During my time as your mayor, we have seen nearly $175 million invested in our community. What's that equate to? That's 847 new jobs. In the past year, we have seen companies move in, existing companies expand, and a first for Lebanon, a spec building that will pave the way for future business growth. We now have companies looking at Lebanon that would have never looked at us before. Our newest company to move to Lebanon is Maplehurst Bakeries. This will be a food manufacturing facility that will ship cakes all over the country. This expansion into Lebanon came with a $68 million investment and a creation of 200 new jobs, with average wage of $15 per hour and terrific benefits. As you probably know, economic development isn't just about bringing in new business. It's about growing what we already have here. In the past year, current Lebanon company Scott Barrett Foods purchased the old J.M. McCormick building and chose to expand its U.S. headquarters in Lebanon. And they're bringing with it technology that has never been used before in North America. The food processing company had two choices where to bring the technology and invest $43.9 million into the community. It was either their facility in Ontario, Canada, or here in Lebanon, Indiana. I'm proud to say the business-friendly city created the environment and got the job done. We will create 97 new jobs in Lebanon by the year 2017. That's not all. LT Rich, a company that began in a garage, continues to do great things all over the globe. Tom Rich and his crew are once again growing into larger space, hiring even more high-wage employees, with no signs of slowing down. Two other Lebanon businesses aren't slowing down either. Two companies are formalizing their expansion plans as we speak. So you can expect to hear even more good news in the near future. Molly, I hope it's in the next week or so. These expansions, if approved, will be added success stories like those of Hachette Book Group, Purity Wholesale Grocers, and Case New Holland. And it's a first for Lebanon, the city's first spec building. The building will boast 741,000, got to get that one in there, square feet of space under roof when the building is complete. The building is expandable to 1 million square feet. In today's business climate, companies are looking for existing buildings with flexible and expandable space. This development was once again a case of a developer, North Point, and GDI Construction, looking at Lebanon and seeing a business-friendly environment with ripe potential. Sadly, the news on the west side of I-65 isn't all good. Two companies, Pearson Education and Shopco, are closing. While it's sad to see these two companies close their doors, we still will receive our property tax money. I am hoping the closures open the door to future employment, either with companies that I've mentioned that are expanding, new companies, or others like Case New Holland or Gander Mountain that are currently looking for workers. Well, here's an image that's going to take your mind off February in Indiana. Lebanon Seashore Water Park opened for its second year of operation this summer. I'm ecstatic about the opportunities the park will give Lebanon residents, as well as out-of-town visitors. With slides, a lazy river, and a wave pool, I believe our community has added an asset that we can all be proud of. Our city is taking strides to improve infrastructure needs. This year, crews addressed flooding problems along Meridian Street by putting in new storm sewer and water lines. The construction did take longer than any of us had hoped, but the results are favorable. Pipes have been laid, sidewalks have been improved, and the first round of paving is complete. And let me tell you, I was sweating that one. We didn't want that closed all winter. Thanks for all the prayers. The finished paving product on Meridian Street is set to take place once the weather warms up. The next phase of the project tackles East Street. That work will begin in warmer weather. I feel this work not only will take care of current flooding issues along these two streets, but it also improves our infrastructure for the future. After many discussions and input from the public, the decision has been made to try to save a piece of Lebanon's past and fond memories, the hot pond on Noble Street. Many of you know its history and know the environmental concerns that have led to it currently not being open to the public. The city is working to clean the area and have the pond reopened. After meeting with the Indiana Department of Environmental Management, we feel that we have a plan to return the park to a place of picnics and fishing while limiting the expense to our taxpayers. We are waiting on approval and go ahead from IDEM to begin the restoration process. Lebanon's gateways continue to have a major area of focus. Last year, we completed a land use plan for the 39 South corridor. The plan includes I-65 to Hall-Baker Road, including most of the ground between Hall-Baker Road and State Road 39. The most talked about gateway project continues to be, and without a doubt, the State Road 39 I-65 bridge. This spring, lights will be added to illuminate panels so travelers will know where they are in Lebanon, Indiana, both day and night. I understand that it's art. It's subjective. People either love art or they hate it. The goal of the bridge is to make people think twice about Lebanon, Indiana. When exiting the interstate, they drive through our city and see our fine dining options, our beautiful parks, other attractions, and of course the wonderful people that live here. When the bridge was designed, we asked the public to give us input. The bridge concept was open to the public, and residents were encouraged to come to 3 different open meetings. An online vote in the Lebanon Reporter was even set up so that residents could pick their favorite design in hopes that the public would be willing to take a vested interest in their community. I'm here today to tell you that people are taking notice of the bridge. People want to know how Lebanon, Indiana pulled it off. Listen to these emails I received. Several years ago, a branding consultant included a recommendation for similar signage at Lafayette. Ever since yours appeared, I've been asked why we don't have something like that. It's so cool. That's from Mike Piggott. He's Purdue Community Relations. The next one, I'm interested in information about a decorative bridge overpass in your city, located over I-65. One of my friends, who is a village manager of a community we are working with, drove through the area this weekend and mentioned this structure, but was unable to stop to take pictures. What caught his attention was the aesthetic improvements stood out enough that he recalled what community he was driving through. I welcome the input from the public, always. Your voice is heard, and it will continue to be heard as long as I am mayor. Work on Lebanon's Southern Gateway at Indianapolis Avenue is set to begin in March of this year. Phase 1 will start at County Road 100 South and will eventually end past Jean Lewis Ford. There will be a roundabout at Hall-Baker Road and Indianapolis Road, and also one at Hendricks Drive. We have been awarded a little over $3 million for the project as of right now. I say that because NDOT tends to continue to fund projects until the project is complete. We have also been awarded funding for Phase 2 construction, that construction will begin in 2018. It starts just past Jean Lewis Ford and will continue to where 32 East comes into Lebanon. Our vision is to eventually make these improvements all the way to Main Street. Also in the spring, a storm sewer project will begin on Lafayette Avenue. The city was able to secure a grant for this project in the amount of $400,000. The project will help tackle stormwater issues similar to those on Meridian and East Street. Our city continues to provide safe routes to school for our younger residents. We received a grant of approximately $395,000 for a sidewalk project from the apartments at Hendricks Drive that continues on and in front of Stokes to Indianapolis Avenue. Construction will begin in March of 2015. This project will allow the students of Hattie B. Stokes a safe path to walk to and from school. This spring, we will finish the sidewalk along Elizaville Road and connect to the sidewalk along Elm Swamp Road. This will give our children a safe route to the middle school and high school. These projects coincide with the city's effort to help make it easier to walk and bike around Lebanon. As I told you earlier, I am committed to improving sidewalks, creating new ones, and providing safe routes for our students, not only at Stokes, but also Harney and Central Elementaries, as well as the middle school and high school. I feel this project is important, not only to increase our kids' safety, but also to give them the confidence that their community cares about them. 2015 will mark a number of safe routes throughout Lebanon. We have been awarded $255,000 to construct a trail from Hendricks Drive to the main entrance of the 4-H Fairgrounds on 100 South. This trail is planned to eventually continue down the railroad all the way to Zionsville. We are working to determine the route through downtown. This trail will continue through Lebanon and meet with the Farm Heritage Rail Trail that currently starts at Sam Ralston Road and goes all the way to Thorntown. Our city is also teaming up with Butler, Fairman, and Seifert to come up with a bicycle and pedestrian plan that will link neighborhoods with city attractions while helping to make the city a more walkable and bikeable community. You can look at our plan and give us your suggestions by visiting our website, cityoflebanon.org. Last year, Lebanon became a downtown historic district. This year, the city is continuing to invest in its downtown, taking steps to create a Main Street campaign. This venture will be a partnership between the city and the Office of Community and Rural Affairs. This partnership will help foster small business around and near Lebanon's historic downtown. It is my goal that this effort would also lead to collaboration between those small businesses and lead to the creation of events that people of Lebanon will enjoy. In the past year, available space downtown Lebanon is decreasing, you may have noticed, with the addition of some terrific shops open for business. The Sugar Bowl is back, thanks to the Staten family. St. Adrian's Meats and Sausage, Samson Fine Leather, Extra Innings Sports Cards, and the development of the old Boone County Jail are also joining great existing downtown shops. In the past year, we have had 9 permits for commercial construction, 14 for residential homes, 8 for multifamily permits for remodeled apartments, and 2 for condominium builds. It is my vision to work with local builders and some larger single-family developers to come up with a strategy to develop more ground for housing. I'm reminded of a manager of one of the businesses in the business park who wanted to live in Lebanon but was unsuccessful finding a home, so he moved to Brownsburg. It used to be that when looking for a place to live, the job came first. That's not the way it is anymore. Young people look at what a community has to offer in amenities, then they figure out their job opportunities. You know, I am really, really proud of our hometown of Lebanon, Indiana. I want people to walk and drive down our streets and take pride in its buildings. Sadly, there are some properties that have fallen into disrepair, and have become eyesores within our community. I am pleased to announce that Lebanon is on a mission to fight blight. The city now has a pair of grants to help us locate properties that have seen better days and clear it or clean it up so it may be used again for a new home or business. Our city was awarded $400,000 for a brownfield assessment grant. This grant money will help us take a look at environmental issues we may have with other sites we may feel need to be cleaned up. We have ordered sites for further information. The city will then decide how to move forward. Most recently, Lebanon was awarded a $72,000 grant to help take care of blighted properties. The city has targeted 4 properties that are beyond repair. We will be clearing them out in 2015, hopefully. This latest grant is just another step the city is taking to improve the looks of Lebanon and make things better for the present and our future. Lebanon strives to be the cleanest city in Indiana, thanks to a great many members of the public like you. This initiative was developed by Rotary, and I support it wholeheartedly. This program is all about litter and how we dispose of it. The committee has been very busy getting the word out and keeping the program front and center. You may have seen some of our ads in the Lebanon Reporter, or heard them on Radio Mom, or even on pizza boxes if you ordered a pizza during the Super Bowl. You may have seen more stand-up cigarette butt buckets around town. If a business wants to have one in front of their business, we ask that they pay the cost of the bucket, and we will install them. We are taking this project very seriously. Don't be surprised if you throw trash on the ground that you might be stopped by one of our police officers. Every year in the spring, the committee works with our street department to host a citywide cleanup event. It has been very successful, and I hope everyone will get involved with this event on May 16th. There are a couple of people that have really stepped up to get this off the ground. Jerry Erskine, thank you. Greta, where are you? Thank you, Greta. And I also want to thank Michelle Wildermood for planning our cleanup day. The mentoring program is one that has been near and dear to my heart for several years. I am happy to report that the effort continues to expand, and more children are having their lives enriched by caring adults. I have been working with many community leaders to continue and grow our year-round mentoring program for at-risk children. The Mentoring Committee wanted this program to help students all year long, not just during the school year. We started at Hattie B. Stokes and now have matches in every grade school in Lebanon. I am very excited that we are working with the SOS mentoring program at the middle school and the graduation coach program at the high school. We now have support for children from second grade all the way to the high school. Our plans are to extend this program to other schools and make it hopefully a county-wide program. We are continuing to see this program grow year after year. As of right now, we have 47 mentors paired with their mentees, almost to our goal of 50 this year. This year, my annual mentoring dinner raised $20,000, $10,000 for the SCORE mentoring program, and $10,000 for the graduation coach program. The city has also donated to all these programs through food and beverage dollars, thanks to the City Council. We will continue to look for mentors and funding opportunities. I am very excited about this program because I believe every child deserves every opportunity to excel and someday be a future community leader. I want to thank the Boys and Girls Club, Christy Reynolds, Betsy Dullhaney, Lori Schrader, and Kevin O'Rourke for all their hard work on these programs. Let me look around the room. If you are a member of the Mentoring Initiative Board, stand up. I know that Bob is. Is there anybody else here today that is? I don't see more. Well, thank you. Thank you for your help. Thank you for the job you do. And I have to say that Bob Taylor has been behind this from day one, has supported it throughout, we've been going 5 years now, 5 years, and it's working. To aid in the academic growth of our young people, last year I stood here and told you about our planned partnership with Vincennes University. I'm happy to pass along that not only is the partnership moving forward, but it's already expanding. Ground has been broken on the Gene Haas Training Center to open this fall of this year. We are very grateful to the Eugene Haas Foundation for a grant of $1.5 million to go into this project. You may know the Haas name from auto racing. Mr. Haas has teamed up with Indiana's own Tony Stewart to form Stewart Haas Racing. Now the Haas name will be synonymous with Lebanon's state-of-the-art advanced manufacturing, training men and women for high-paying jobs in this field. In conjunction with this project, we have also been working with Bob Taylor and his team to look at an early college high school concept at LHS. This program would allow students to enter the program as a sophomore, and at the end of their high school career, they not only would receive a high school diploma, but would receive an associate's degree from the university. Because of the buzz we're getting now by this facility, other entities are jumping on board, wanting to know how they can get involved. I am hopeful to stand here next year and share another expansion of the facility at this time next year. The city is in great shape financially. Even with our revenue increasing, we must be conservative on how we spend money. Our department heads and council have worked very closely with me to establish a conservative plan to provide services. I have said in the past, and I still believe it, we must be very aggressive on economic development to bring more business to offset any revenue we may lose because of future tax cap issues. In today's economy, we must continue to grow so that we don't cut services. When our city needs someone to keep us safe, like a policeman or a fireman, I don't want to wait to hire them. I want to act now. Winters in Indiana can be tough when snow falls and streets are treacherous. You need these services immediately. We won't wait for services as long as I'm mayor. We have and will continue to pursue more planning grants so that we will be able to plan and make solid decisions in how Lebanon will prepare for the future. I want to thank all the organizations that work hard in this community to make Lebanon a great place to live and work. I would be remiss if I didn't thank the Boone County Economic Development Corporation, the Boone County Chamber of Commerce, the Lebanon School Corporation, the Redevelopment Commission, the Boone County Board of Commissioners, the Lebanon City Council, and Witham Health Services. I work very closely with these organizations, and we have had a very productive year, and I see next year to be even better than last. We need to look outside the box for opportunities, not only for funding, but to collaborate with other entities to bring costs down and provide services in the most efficient manner for all. Last year in my State of the City address, I told you our future is bright. I can honestly say that a bright future continues to come into focus. We continue to be very successful in economic development and still keep the friendly city atmosphere. I'm confident that 2015 will be even better. Current companies are growing, setting down deeper roots within our community. Our storefronts downtown are filling up with young business owners who are either moving back home to Lebanon or they're seeing what we see. The Lebanon is a great place to call home. Developers are realizing Lebanon's bright future too, whether it's a major construction company building a 741,000 square foot building, or it's a residential developer wanting to invest more than $6 million in upscale apartments. There is a buzz surrounding Lebanon, but it's not just economic development where momentum is felt. Community development is on the rise also. It's fantastic to see that our city is investing in its people. Our bike and pedestrian plan will promote healthy living and increase quality of life for you and me. Our Main Street campaign will focus on building and ensuring a vibrant downtown with collaboration and new events that residents can enjoy. There is definitely an excitement throughout Lebanon. I feel it, and I hope you can feel it too. I am proud of the work my team and I have done, and I can't wait to see what 2015 brings. Thank you. Thank you.